both alike in dignity in fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
But we're not in Verona, my fair Juliet. We have made our descent upon Ferris to anchor Finn. Good morrow, Saxons. We welcome thee back to school, and welcome thee back to Finn. Let us commence general news. The spring play, Romeo and Juliet, graces the auditorium with its presence this Thursday at 7. Our show runneth on the 18th through the 29th and the 25th to the 26th, all at 7 p.m. There's also a matinee show on the 27th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $8 for pre-sale and $10 at the door. 'Tis a spectacle not to be missed, my friends.
Here is Noah Whitehour with Olivia Moroshnik, Talon Avery, and Vivian Trella Jacobson. I do wonder who these sundry souls are about this upcoming performance.
Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes! Back here!
You lie!
My name is Talon Avery, and I'm playing Romeo in Romeo and Juliet.
Love is the smoke made from the fume of sighs, being purged of fire sparkling in lovers' eyes, being vexed.
Memorizing lines is pretty hard because obviously it's Shakespeare, and that's pretty confusing. But it's really helpful to look at translations and to look at how the melody works with the words, because there is a bunch of rhymes and stuff that go with it.
Hey, I'm Olivia Moroshnik, and I'm playing Juliet in Romeo and Juliet for our theater production. For me, memorizing lines has been incredibly difficult because there are so many of them, and Shakespeare is really hard to understand at times. However, what's helped me the most memorize them naturally and have the flow work well has been turning it into rap, as well as making recordings of my voice in comparison to other parts, and replaying it over and over and over again throughout the day while I'm doing things that my brain enjoys doing in order to stimulate my brain to remember more of my lines.
Madam, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window.
I'm Vivian Trella Jacobson. I played Benvolio in Romeo and Juliet. My favorite parts of this play has to be the fight scenes. They're so iconic, they're so fun to do. It's a lot of energy and a lot of movement, and I love doing stage falls because then I get to mess around with people afterwards by pretending to fall. There's just so much action, and it gets so energetic, and I get really invested in the scene when it happens, and they're honestly one of my favorite points to choreograph.
Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face to something.
I think you should go to Romeo and Juliet because everybody's worked so hard on it, and it's such an iconic play. You got to see it at least once in your life, and why not when you're in high school? And it's really fun. It's more than just a love story. There's some murder, there's some death. It's pretty scary, and yeah, it's a fun time. Everybody will enjoy it.
Commoners, this insatiable hunger is ruining me from the inside out. I crave...
Huh. In other news, on the morrow is the Panda Express fundraiser for the Noble Link crew at the Panda Express on 29th Avenue. Now, we move on to club news. The due date for Creative Writing Club's Saxon Journal has been extended to the 29th.
Hello, I'm Leo Cardin, and I'm president of the Creative Writing Club here at Ferris. For those of you who are worried about not making your submission in before the due date for the Saxon Journal, I have good news. We've decided to extend the due date to April 29th at the end of this month. For those of you who take a little bit longer for the writing process or have just now decided you want to do something. Remember that we take writing, poetry, and art.
Bring thy art, poetry, or writing to Leo Cardin at cardin8492 at sbs81.org or to Mrs. Jones in room M201. Thou must include the name with which thou prefer to be addressed, the work as a portable document format, and necessary notes on writing and editing.
Turneth thy entries into the Ferris Pet Photo Contest to the persistent Mr. Cox in M511, or email them to timdc@spokaneschools.org. Pay the sum of $2 for one entry or $5 for 3 entries. All restitution shall be remitted to the business office. Entries are due May 9th.
GSA's gatherings are today and the 22nd in M102 after school. The Multicultural Club's upcoming parlay shall commence today in M104 at 2:30.
Pickleball Club unites for vigorous sport today in the Ox Gym at 2:45. First Gem Club meeteth every Tuesday in the College and Career Center during both lunches.
Native American Beating Club's next gathering shall commence this Wednesday, the 17th, at 2:30 in M104. Creating Writing Club assembles on Wednesdays in M201 at 2:45. JSU meeteth on Wednesdays in M44. Ferris for Christ convenes each Wednesday from 2:30 to 3:30 in the gracious Mrs. Love's room, M114. All are welcome.
Art Club shall parlay every other Thursday in M502 at 2:30. Their next meeting shall commence this Thursday, the 18th. Spanish Conversation Club gathers Fridays during both lunches in M308.
Film Club's upcoming Ferris Film Festival is scheduled for Wednesday, May 22nd in the Ferris Auditorium.
Turneth in thy motion pictures before May 1st to Mrs. Harold at the email on the screen. Categories include drama, comedy, documentary, news package, music video, and short art/animation.
Let us embark onto sports news.
On this day, ladies and gentlemen's golf shall engage at the Downriver Golf Course at 12:30. Also today, there is a unified soccer game at Cheney from 3.
Upon the morrow, varsity baseball shall duel the Central Valley at 3:30 and varsity softball against Meade at 4. On Wednesday, soccer clashes against Cheney upon the hallowed grounds of the One Stadium from the hour of 6.
On Thursday, there's a ladies and gentlemen's track from 3 to 6. More varsity baseball against University at 3:30, and more varsity softball against Cheney, both at Cheney and Ferris at 4.
Also, on Thursday are cheer tryouts from 6 to 8 in the gym. On Friday, there's excess varsity baseball against University at Ferris at 3:30, excess varsity softball against Gonzaga Prep, also at Ferris at 4, and soccer against LC at the One Stadium at 6:30.
As the curtains of sports news draw to a close, we find ourselves amidst the Montague and Capulet clan, engaged in a spirited bout of Jeopardy!
Moving on, I believe we're back to the Montagues.
We'll take characters for 300.
Characters for 300. Prevents Tybalt from fighting Romeo at the Capulet party. I did hear that one first.
Who art thou, Lady Capulet?
Indeed.
You should have let us fight.
I want to say that our buzzer.
I could have taken him
We're
back.
actually divorced. Is it?
It's me and me.
Back to the Capulet.
Let's do quotes for 200, please.
Votes for 200. We've got Capulets leading by 300 points. A plague on both your houses.
Our buzzer's broken.
Is it
See,
broken?
ours
It is
don't
broken.
work. It literally
Here,
won't work.
press it yourself.
It's not fair because it's...
I was a buzzer, okay? That was me. That was Mercutio.
Indeed it was.
Yeah!
We got a new buzzer.
Hey, we got a new buzzer for that guy.
And it still sounds cooler than
Back to the Montagues.
We'll take what? Quotes or characters? Let's go. Okay, quotes 400.
Quotes for 400. Stand up.
Nurse!
That is correct. Nice. 400 points to the Montagues.
Let's do characters for 100.
Give Juliet the super potion.
What is fire lords?
Correct.
I tried.
Montagues, this must
My
be a
mother's
tough
dead.
decision to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll take quotes for 100.
Yeah.
Of course I would.
Really? I would have taken quotes for a
What are you doing? Sounded first.
Not a boy or young, but
And she
I
yelled
heard
at
that
us
one
before
first.
It's me, Juliet, I say.
That is correct.
We're going to Romeo on the winning team!
yeah.
This better not end in another brawl. I'm tired of cleaning the streets. Our winners are the Montagues. Want everybody to be good sports about this. 2 single file lines down the middle. High fives, good game. You know the drill. After that, the fart away. Nice and clean.
You're scum!
You're stuck.
Montague dogs!
I will fight you. I will
Romeo, not
fight.
again.
Here, you know what? Let's solve this. Let's solve it. Oh, I'm winning. Oh, yeah.
You guys suck!
Got it, huh?
You guys suck at trivia!
It's a reason we won.
Oh,
I'm Edmonton and upside down.
Let's go, you guys.
I do not get paid enough. Depart away! Losers! Boys!
Hey, he deserved it, okay?
'Twas not a mere game of jeopardy, but a family feud, where tumultuous strife ensued between the Montagues and my Capulet kinsman.
Montagues! Montagues! Lo and behold, there's a little senior news.
This Saturday, the seniors shall be congregating for the senior prom, where they shall engage in merriment and dance at Riverside Place from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Tickets are to be acquired for the sum of $25 a person at the business office.
Asian and Asian American identifying Saxons are cordially invited to the Asian grad party on Sunday the 28th at the Spokane Central Public Library from 4 to 5:30 p.m., preceded by a karaoke hour until 6:30.
Fin shall now be concluded. Perk up thine ears as Principal Odell graces our presence to elucidate on behavioral expectations and the revisiting of vital rules at the start of our new and final fourth quarter.
How now, Saxons? This is Mr. Odell, Miss Fuller, and Mr. Carter. Happy to be with you on the Shakespearean episode of Finn. Alas and alack. Is there any other Shakespearean things I should be saying?
Use a lot of thys and thou and...
Forsooth?
Absolutely.
Forsooth indeed.
Awesome. All right, well, we have a large community, 1,700 kids, another 200 adults. That's a lot of people, and there's a couple things we always have to work on to make sure that we're being successful and we're happy and safe here. And again, focus on our core mission, and that's giving an education for every student that walks through this door. It's really important that you get that education so you can have all the opportunities possible in your future. We talk a lot in our district about access and opportunity. We want you guys to have access to a full range of opportunities. That means you need an education. So a couple things we need to grow in that we just want to talk straight with you about: tardies, attendance, bathroom behavior, and campus safety. So one topic that covers a lot of those is breakfast. We need to feed you all. We like to feed you all. We want everyone to be full and have the food they need to be focused on learning. But some people are abusing the breakfast opportunity, and I think we all know that. So some people are taking 3 breakfasts, 2 breakfasts. We're not hobbits. You don't get a second breakfast. That's for all the Lord of the Rings folks out there. But you're kind of abusing the opportunity, right? So you get breakfast when you get on campus. That's the goal. So if you're here before 8 o'clock, grab breakfast. If you're not hungry then, save it till second period, right? But get on campus, eat breakfast. If you show up late, we got breakfast available for you. But people are abusing it. This is not a time to mess around, to skip class. That hurts you. I understand the desire to hang out with people. I like to hang out with people, but you need you in class. So get your breakfast and get to class. We're going to be working through some more things with district partners and some student groups to get some more input. But I just want you to be aware that's a concern we have, and changes are coming in breakfast. Another thing we want to talk about is tardy attendance and passes.
Absolutely, that is another area of growth. We want to focus on being to class on time. All of class matters, and the start matters too. So we want you there on time. Now we know there will be times where you do need to leave class, and we're gonna ask that every student has a hall pass. You'll see administrators, Scott, Dennis, Corey, out in the halls during class supporting students getting to where they need to be, and we are going to be checking for those passes. So if you don't have one, we'll send you back. So be sure, if you ask to leave, you make sure you have that pass in hand.
That's right.
And as long as we're talking about spring reminders, Mr. Odell, Miss Fuller,
Yes.
I have to say, hark Saxons, what light through yonder window breaks. 'Tis probably a really bright object in the sky you haven't seen for a while called the sun. It is spring, which means there's more opportunity for people to want to be outside. So this is a quick reminder about our closed campus policy. If you are leaving campus for some sort of excused reason, please make sure you're getting a pass from the student office so you can show that pass when you get back in. And make sure your parents are excusing that absence, as we don't want you to have anybody thinking you're skipping out on class when you're not. If you do want to get outside, great season for it. Please go visit Mr. Lewis and the other staff members that hang out in Victory Plaza. Great place to hang out, great place to eat your lunch, visit with friends, and enjoy the great weather. So please make sure we're not letting anybody in those gates. We do want to make sure we're keeping campus safety at the forefront of what we do around here. So closed campus and a great outdoor spot is Victory Plaza. Another reminder on campus safety, is we're always working to keep our campus safer, and we want to make sure that we don't have strangers wandering onto campus during school hours or having students wandering off needlessly. So just to give everyone a heads up, we will be securing the gates to Hazel's Creek here shortly. Those gates will be locked during the school day just to prevent that inflow and outflow of visitors from campus. So
And starting next Monday.
Yep, starting next week, those gates will be locked during the week, so be prepared for that. If you're a person that uses that access to get to school in the morning, it'll still be unlocked for you. Same thing at the end of the day too, but during the school day, those gates will be secure for our campus safety.
Awesome. Also, let's talk about bathrooms. Bathrooms are really a thing I hear a lot about. I know you guys hear about from students, teachers hear about, we hear about from staff, we hear about from students, hear about from parents. We need to get better in the bathrooms. People make this a place where sometimes you show up, it's not a problem, there's nobody in there, and then sometimes you show up and there's like a ton of people or people are vaping, and that's not okay. Everyone needs access to that space to go to the bathroom. It's a basic human need, and so I just want you to know we're making patrolling these spaces a priority. And if we catch you with vapes, we're going to take the vapes. The vapes are going to be destroyed, and you're going to get in trouble. And we don't want that. We want you in class learning, right? If you have a nicotine addiction, if you're having a hard time making it through the day without that vape, please let us know. You won't be in trouble. We'll help you find some resources to help you quit that habit. The other thing, just want you to know, if you see anyone damaging a bathroom or acting inappropriate in the bathroom, we have signs all over the school. It says if you see something, say something. Just report it, let us know. We'll keep it anonymous and be able to address that. It's just a serious problem, and we want our bathrooms to be a great place for everyone. So we know this alone, this announcement alone won't fix it, but just know that we're working on this, and we don't want you to miss the point. We want to help you, but we want our school to be a safe place for everyone. So all these items get a little complex when you talk about the scale of a large school like Ferris High School, but I want you to know we're going to continue in the next coming weeks working with student leaders and district partners to improve our entire overall campus experience. And I want you to know at Ferris High School we're building a community of excellence. And we can't get there without improving these areas. So stay tuned. We'll continue to update you on some new policies, especially about breakfast. But in general, be in class, be on time, and if you need to leave class, use a pass. Be polite, show Saxon pride, perseverance, respect, integrity, discipline, excellence everywhere you go, and we will be great. So that's all we have. Thank you guys. We're here for you, and we're really responding to what we're hearing from students and staff. Have a great week.
Adieu.
Adieu. How now?
Adieu.
This week's Fin is brought to you by Shakespeare. We tried. Have a great week, Saxons. Come see the show.